Today's story is a jaw-dropping rant about a soft-spoken woman whose nosy and oblivious roommate kept opening her mail and eventually tossed away the one letter that could have changed everything. From, "Oops, I thought it was mine," to a complete lack of accountability. This story is a wild ride of frustration, betrayal, and the emotional fallout of ignoring red flags. When boundaries are crossed again and again, how much is too much? I'm a 27-year-old female, and I swear I never imagined my life would be completely derailed because of a roommate who couldn't keep her hands to herself. Let's rewind a bit, because this isn't just about mail. This is about how one small, irritating, seemingly innocent thing can spiral into absolute destruction. It started so small, I didn't even see the red flags. I moved in with my roommate, let's call her L, 2 years ago. We were college acquaintances, not friends, not enemies, just two people who bumped into each other enough to recognize a familiar face. We both moved to the same city for work, and after complaining about sky-high rent, we decided to rent a 2-bedroom place together. On paper, it made sense. She was cheerful, chatty, cleanish, and always said things like, "I respect privacy." What a joke. The first time she opened my mail, it was an accident. A small envelope from my insurance company. I walked in and saw her sitting on the couch reading it like it was the damn Sunday paper. She jumped and said, "Oh, I thought it was mine." Now I get it. We lived together. Mistakes happen. She said sorry. I shrugged, but that should have been my first clue, because from that point on, it kept happening. She would open packages with my name clearly written on them. "Oh, I thought it was mine," she'd chirp, even though my name is 5 letters and hers is 10. She'd tear open envelopes addressed to me with bold black font. One time, she opened a birthday card from my grandma and read it out loud to me while laughing, and I just sat there, smiling like an idiot. I didn't want to be that roommate. I didn't want to cause drama. I didn't want tension in the house. So I swallowed it. I let it go. Because that's what I do, right? I'm soft-spoken. I avoid confrontation like it's the plague. Even when I'm seething inside, I just pretend everything's fine. It's a curse. Anyway, things got worse. Elle had this way of being so oblivious, it was almost impressive. She thought everything was a shared experience. If my package arrived, she'd open it, inspect it, and leave it on the table like a dead bird her cat dropped off. No guilt, no shame. I started changing my delivery address to my office. I even bought a P.O. box for my personal letters, but once in a while, something would slip through. A letter here, a parcel there, and every single time she'd open it like it was Christmas. I tried joking about it. Hey, maybe let me open my own mail, huh? She'd laugh like I was being cute. I started writing private, do not open on my letters. She ignored it. I bought a lockable mailbox. She found a way around it, claimed she just wanted to help. No one asked for your help, L. But the worst, the absolute most humiliating, heartbreaking, life-changing thing she ever did was throwing away my dream job. Let me say that again, in case it wasn't clear. She threw away my dream job. A company I'd been dying to work for since college, let's call it Z Corp, had my resume on file. They finally reached out. I got an email and a call, which I missed because I was out of town for a funeral. They sent a follow-up via snail mail with instructions, a time-sensitive job offer. I had 5 days to respond. 5. And guess what Elle did? She opened it. She read it. She thought it was another rejection. And then she tossed it in the trash. She threw away my job offer. Let that sink in. I didn't find out until a week later. I checked my email obsessively, confused. Then I remembered I'd told them to follow up via postal mail because I wouldn't be online during my trip. I asked Elle if any letters came while I was gone. She blinked. Oh yeah, some boring-looking one from Z Corp. I threw it out. Wasn't that a rejection? I froze. You did what? And she just shrugged, said, relax, they usually send emails too. I ran to the trash. It had already been picked up. I broke down, literally broke. I was sobbing like a child on the floor. I called Z Corp. They said the deadline had passed. They had to move on. They even apologized, sweetly, I might add, and told me to reapply next cycle. I hung up, and I sat in silence. Elle just stood there awkwardly in the kitchen. You're overreacting, she said. I don't even remember what I said back. I think I just walked out. Because how do you argue with someone so deeply clueless, so shamelessly entitled, that they toss your mail like it's junk just because they don't understand its importance? Let me add, this job was everything. A massive pay raise, my field, great benefits. It was the kind of role that would have finally let me move out, start fresh, and stop living paycheck to paycheck. It was my shot at freedom, and it was gone because Elle couldn't keep her nose out of other people's mail. I told my friends. They were livid. One of them even screamed, "That's illegal. She broke the law." And yeah, technically, it is a federal offense to open someone else's mail. But what was I gonna do? Press charges on a roommate who thought she was helping? I confronted her the next day, calmly, quietly. I told her she had crossed every line imaginable. Her response? I don't get why you're being so dramatic. It's not like I meant to sabotage you. Well, guess what, L? Intent doesn't erase impact. And that's what infuriated me most. The complete lack of awareness, the utter refusal to take accountability, the way she gaslit me into thinking I was the one overreacting. I started sleeping with my bedroom door locked. I redirected all my mail. I stopped talking to her unless absolutely necessary. And within 2 months, I moved out. But the damage was done. I still haven't found a job that good. I still think about the opportunity I lost, all because I couldn't stand up for myself sooner, all because I let things slide, all because I was too polite to make a scene. If you have a roommate who invades your privacy, please don't wait. Don't tell yourself you're overreacting. Don't let kindness become your weakness. You deserve privacy. You deserve respect. And if someone keeps stomping all over your boundaries, whether they mean to or not, get out or kick them out. I wish I had.